Good morning, Belton High School. I'm Brooke Truman, and you're watching Cutlass TV News. There are many local scholarships available to seniors who are about to graduate and are looking to go to college. With more about these scholarships, here's America's Counts, Mason Fulton, and Brittany Jackson.
Miss Helene Slinker discusses the advantages of scholarships and why they're important.
Applying for scholarships is super important. For some students, it can be the difference between whether or not they go to college. From my own personal experience, when I was in high school, money was a big issue in my family, and I wasn't really sure whether or not I was going to go to college. So I participated in the Missouri A+ program so that I knew that I would have at least 2 years of college paid for completely by scholarships. My biggest tip for scholarships in general is to apply for the small ones. For example, if there's a $5,000 scholarship, then there's probably a lot of people that are applying for it. So there's a big field of people that are trying to get that scholarship. But if you apply to one that has maybe just $500 that they're giving away, you're probably more likely to get it. People focus on the big number scholarships and kind of neglect the ones that are smaller ones. And the smaller ones can stack up and add up to a lot of money. Of course, you should apply to the big one and the small one, but if you can kind of focus on the smaller ones and add them up, you can really get a lot because there's less competition with those ones.
Senior Maddie Nugent talks about what a scholarship is and where to find them.
You get money for college because college is super expensive, and you can even get some of your room and board paid for if you go to a big university, so it just helps a lot. You save a lot of money, and you won't be in as much debt, so that means you can probably go out and do more stuff with your friends, and just saves you a lot of money. Students can apply for scholarships through Naviance, which is a website that gives you colleges to both apply to and apply for scholarships on, or you can just look up the scholarship and it'll usually just give you a website for it.
Senior Isaiah Lofton talks about how scholarships affect a student's college experience and when to apply.
I know a big advantage is just having scholarships help you out with getting to secondary education. I know for me, it would help me out a lot to get scholarship and be able to get a secondary education. So you can apply for scholarships. I would suggest doing it as early as possible, so you know where you're gonna go and know which scholarships you're gonna apply for. What I would recommend about scholarships is look up on websites, and there's always little micro scholarships that are just $1,000, and you can apply for as many as you want.
With Brittany Jackson and America's Counts, I'm Mason Fulton with Cutlass TV News.
To continue the series on spring sports beginnings, today we are featuring baseball, boys tennis, and boys golf. Here's more about the start of these 3 seasons with Caleb Cormanick, Dante Miller, Josh Middlestat, and myself. Sophomore Caden Petzold is playing tennis for the first time this spring. He outlines his plans to accomplish his goals this season.
I'm going to go to practice every day. Sometimes I stay after just to get that little bit better each day. My goals for this season is just to get better because it's my first year, so I just want to win 3 or 4 matches.
Senior Jacob Zamora details his goals for the golf team this season, how the team has adjusted to COVID-19 protocols, and his plans for post-graduation.
Some of my goals for this season are we have a lot of freshmen, so I'm trying to help them learn how to play golf and help them want to stay. And I'd also like varsity to go to districts if we can this year. So luckily for us, we're outdoor sports, so we don't have to adjust too much. We don't have to wear masks while we compete. We just have to wear masks while we're indoors in the clubhouse. I plan on going to MCC for an associate's degree in just general classes, and then I believe I'll probably transfer to a 4-year college for a business degree.
Junior Jackson Russell describes what it was like having the baseball season canceled last year. He also explains both his teams and his personal goals.
It was tough for me, honestly, and for the whole team. We lost a couple crucial seniors, but I'm not too disappointed about it now. Just got to keep my head up, and we got a new season to look forward to. I think our goals this year is starting off with just trying to win conference, maybe make a run at districts. But my goals for myself is probably just be a main leader for the team, along with the other upperclassmen, and maybe if it really comes to it, become an all-conference athlete again. But right now, I just got to focus on being a leader.
For Caleb Cormanick, Josh Middlestat, and Dante Miller, I'm Brooke Truman with Cutlass TV News. The BHS choirs and bands are recording their auditions for all-state competitions. With more about these, here's Tyler Fulton, Mason Fulton, and Aubrey Fricke.
Senior Mary Burr discusses the upcoming choir concert and how she prepares.
I'm going to be doing a solo, and since I got quarantined, I wasn't able to do my ensemble pieces, but I am entering a solo. I practice every day. I warm up. Well, at school I'll be warming up, but I kind of try to do the warm-ups that we do at school, and then I practice for at least like 30 minutes every day. Just go over my songs, like memorization and stuff. So it's easier in some aspects because we can have the music with us whenever we are doing this year. We can have the music with us because they're just loosening the rules a little bit. We're allowed to have the music. We don't have to have it completely memorized. But last year and previous years, I had to have it completely memorized, and we all took a bus to. If we were going to state, we took a bus to MU, and we all chilled on the campus all day and watched everybody else perform. But for this one, we can't watch other schools perform or other classmates perform, which is a little bit of a bummer. But if there's anybody out there who wants to do choir next year, do it. It's a great place to have friends and stuff. So
Mr. Daniel Ogo goes into detail about what All-State Band is and the requirements to enter.
All-State Band is a group of students that try out on their instruments from all around the state of Missouri. They first have to pass and get into their local district bands, and then those who qualify for district band then get to try out for the All-State Band. So you get the top of the top students in All-State Band. So for All-State Band, you have to be able to play all of your scales, all 12 major scales, all 12 minor scales. You also have a set of etudes and excerpts that you work on that the judges will select cuts from, and then you play those, and they adjudicate based on your performance. So All-State Band is obviously different this year. It's an honor, and it's a lot of fun to make those bands a lot of the times because the All-State Band gets together at the Missouri Music Educators Association convention that's hosted at Tantera in January, and they play for about 3 days while all the band directors are in meetings. The All-State Jazz Band, although has yet to make a decision whether they're going to meet in person, the All-State Jazz Band is a much smaller ensemble, and they are thinking about hosting that in-person event at the Missouri Bandmasters Association convention in June. So that may still be a possibility. We're waiting to hear about that, but it's really exciting. So we had 2 students make the All-State Band this year. We had Christina Sanchez on clarinet. She made the honorable mention All-State Band 20th chair in the concert ensemble. And we had Phoenix Jackson, who made alternate bass trombone in the All-State Jazz Band this year.
Junior Megan Myers discusses what it's like during All-State Band and what she's competing in.
Band when we're starting our All-State recordings isn't that much different because it's mostly a personal responsibility to take care of your audition on your own time. So nothing within the school day really changes. It's just what you're responsible for outside of school. I auditioned for the All-State Band, and earlier this year I auditioned to be in the district band. I did make the district band, but I didn't make the All-State Band. Well, I've kind of done everything I can for band this year. I say go forward. We also did our solo and ensemble recordings, so I'm hoping to get a 1 for my solo and my ensemble, and then next year just keep going forward, make district again, and hopefully make All-State.
With Tyler Fulton and Aubrey Fricke, I'm Mason Fulton with Cutlass TV News.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time, and as always, Carpe Diem.